Hey, what up, y'all? We're back again. It's a little nighttime, and I had a busy day collecting wood and working out and doing some blacksmithing and stuff like that. And I'm still trying to gain some weight. So here's kind of another weight gainer smoothie, but really it's just gonna be like a super peanut buttery smoothie. Yeah, with this stuff right here. So typically, a lot of times people do it like a chocolatey peanut buttery smoothie. And that's cool, but that's a chocolatey peanut butter smoothie. If you kind of want more just a peanut buttery smoothie, I think vanilla's a lot better because it doesn't really because you don't really taste the vanilla that much over the peanut butter. You know, you add enough peanut butter, the vanilla just kind of beefs it up and gives us good sweetness. Plus, you know, we're getting our vanilla from protein, and we want to get some protein. I'm slowly getting up in weight and meeting goals and feeling good. And, you know, it's just a time thing. Just got to keep at it and keep trying to eat and, you know, the right amounts. So just staying active and doing other stuff that pushes me to the limit, like rock climbing, blacksmithing, you know, collecting wood's all very physical things. So yeah, I gotta keep up on my food and my calories and my good stuff, and this is gonna help out pretty well. All right, let's see what we got again. So let's start it out with some ice. Yeah, we're kind of using a lot of stuff that I don't keep in the fridge, so we'll probably throw quite a few ice cubes in here. Like a 1, like a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, we're tossing in our milk. Like always, you can substitute this. I usually do cashew and not cow milk, because cow milk's kind of weird. But I'm trying to get in all the extra calories, and I am lactose intolerant, but this is super filtered, lactose-free stuff. It's kind of pricey, but it's pretty good. So we'll throw in probably, say, 16 ounces of milk. Okay. Whip it. Now, let's throw in some of our cacao. This stuff's always just good. I actually just heard a thing that chocolate or especially cacao and stuff like that actually raises your dopamine levels by 2. Whatever that means. I'm no scientist. And next, a big old nice scoop of some vanilla protein of your choice. Again, this could be vegan or whatever. Really, the peanut butter is probably just gonna make it good, no matter what. If you dig peanut butter. So I think we're gonna give this our first, I think we're gonna do the first cup. Ooh, juice. On. Manual. Blender machine. Go. I think that's good for an initial blend. Alright. Boom. Now we got our honey. Honey, yeah, it's sugary, but it's like natural sugars, and it just kind of replaces your glucose levels really quick, from what I understand. So I throw a little bit of honey in. Plus, it's just calories, and sweeten it up a bit. Bam. Honey. Wildflower honey. And last but not least, our no stir creamy organic peanut butter. And because this is a friggin' peanut butter ass smoothie, we're gonna throw a good chunky amount. And there's a one. And my other blenders, I want to feel safe too, and this is when I get mixed up right. But with this crazy 6-bladed shredder master, I don't think I have to worry about it. I'm doing like 3 scoops. 3 good old scoops. Oh, I can actually kind of wipe it off on the blade too. Look at that shit. Woo. Alright. Now let's blend it up before it gets a chance to settle. Go! Might be pretty good. Let's check this out. Yeah, alright. Damn. I think I'm getting too good at this. I'm making them so fast. Fucking time for moment of truth. Let's go. Once again, the moment of truth. Oh, here we go. Man, I got some heartburn today. I don't know if peanut butter is like good or bad for that. Rock and roll. Oh man. It's the kind of smoothie that makes you smack your lips. I bet that's great for on YouTube. Yeah, that's good. I've been eating a bunch, but this is just kind of a good little somewhat calorie stacked smoothie just to sit on top of everything kind of late at night and just kind of continue to provide me nourishment and some fats and some, oh, I should put some olive oil in it, some coconut oil or something next time, but some good proteins and fats and carbs and stuff like that you need to recover when you're, you know, doing shit and working out and stuff like that. People kind of fool people with being like, go, 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 you gotta give 110% all the time, blah. But recovery is a huge part of like getting muscle and growing and stuff like that. You need to be able to recover, and you need to fuel your body really well with the right type of stuff to maximize those kind of growths and optimize your you know, what you're trying to do with health wise or whatever. I think with this smoothie talk, I kind of just want to reference you guys and throw you guys towards other YouTube channels that are kind of health based, or it might be bodybuilders or power lifters or strongmen or something like that, but people who I think have like really good knowledge, and especially if you're starting out and trying to get healthy and find a routine and stuff like that, like there's a lot of bullshit out there and a lot of stuff that's just maintainable. You don't have to go through all these extremes and stuff like that. You got to find what works for you, and that's the best program or best way to do anything is do the workouts that you're gonna do. That's the best workout, and then you can work up. Here's the thing, like I'm super like about fitness, or at least like being active and like making sure your body can like do all it's kind of capable of, you know. But I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a fucking fitness expert. I don't want to be some fitness influencer, but I would like to. I do know the world's kind of diluted and fucked up and hard to get good information. So I'd like to give you guys just like some of the goods that I found through my search through all the fitness bullshit. To dig deep, like really deep, like to find anyone to find the good ones, because there's so much ridiculous shit out there. But yeah, here's some, people I found to be good. Hope they help you out. I think Renaissance Periodization, Dr. Mike Israetel, he's like kind of a bland, not bland, but like straightforward. It's just kind of him talking. But he's got some good stuff to say, and he's a really knowledgeable guy. If you're trying to do all sorts of programs or just get information on calorie intake and what you got to do what and reach what goal, he probably has a cool video for you. And that's Renaissance Periodization. Yeah, he's got some good ones. Another great one, especially if you're a skinny dude like me, Stanefferding. He's kind of actually based the spinach OJ smoothie, it's kind of from his idea, but he's just like an absolute beast powerlifter guy, and he's got a pretty straightforward kind of bulking, putting on muscle methodology, and from what I've seen, a lot of people who are pretty successful in those kind of sports use his model. So I've never bought one of his programs and stuff like that, but I've gotten the gist of his like Monster Mash and his kind of in and outs of dieting and doing stuff. And yeah, Stanefferding, I think they call him White Rhino or something like that. But awesome knowledge, awesome, reference for powerlifting and learning how to do stuff like squats and deadlifts and stuff like that, right? Stanefferding, good stuff. You want to look into like a whole bunch of different variations on exercises and stuff like that. He passed away pretty recently, but John Meadows, it's like an old just bodybuilder type guy. He might have did powerlift, but he just has tons of videos on just whatever you can think of different ways to do it that just might just work a little bit better for you. I do kind of weird workouts for shoulders and stuff like that because I have shoulder pain, so I don't do just kind of your typical some of those exercises because they hurt. So I've had to work around that so I could still work on that body part, but still be comfortable and not, get myself into a position where I'm like unable to work out because I fucked myself up in my shoulder or some shit. But yeah, John Meadows has tons of different cool variations and stuff like that, and dealing with injuries and like I said, he passed away. But John Meadows, his YouTube stuff is still up, and it's fucking awesome information. Another more funny guy who's like all over the place with the shit he does is, if you haven't seen Jujimufu, he's just like all over the place. He's like an acrobatic bodybuilding powerlifter who does the splits and like 200-pound lifts while he's doing the splits and stuff like that. He's pretty crazy. But he's really funny and just really open and honest about stuff and always trying new shit. And he's pretty entertaining and awesome to watch and a good resource for, maybe getting into certain worky outy type things that you may not know if you wanted to maybe do. Because it's a good way to like go about shit, if you feel like your legs are kind of a weak point or something like that, then like start riding a bike or start like hiking a little bit or just doing more walks. Or I think is to kind of find like an occupation or like a little hobby or something like that that's going to test and push that body part. I used to really suck because of shoulder problems. I used to really suck at pull-ups and stuff like that. And so I kind of started getting into rock climbing because I knew I was already pretty interested and had fun with that stuff before. So I kind of got back into it. When I first got back into it, I'm just bouldering and stuff, which is nice and nonchalant because you can kind of just step in and out and you don't need a belay or... and like I could only hang out and like climb for maybe 15-20 minutes at first. But I kept going like every other day, and like I'd get super sore, maybe give it a couple days, but like keep going back and pushing myself, and eventually, I could climb for longer and longer. And a cool strategy with that was like, you know, I could go to the gym and I could make it kind of a quicker climb session, and I could just take short breaks between doing routes and stuff like that, and wear myself out and make myself tired and burn out your forearms pretty quick. Or you can drag it out, be there for a couple hours, take good 5-minute breaks and maybe a little longer between your climbs, and work on kind of that endurance or something like that more. A huge thing to all of it is just trying to find something that you'll be more consistent at, you know, and kind of changing that mindset up, and, you know, to a point where you can kind of switch it just to be like, no, I am a person who just like does this, you know. It's not this struggle you have to do every time. It's just, you're just like a person who, you know, goes and plays hockey or goes and works out a couple times a week. You're just the person who doesn't go to McDonald's, you know. It's a little rough at first, and it takes like preparation with meals and stuff like that to be consistent. But like once you kind of like get out of the habit of hitting fast food and just getting easily available stuff that you know is like shitty for you, you know, it's pretty easy to just not even want that shit. You know, yeah, I'll fucking make something way better at home, you know. Even if it's just like some rice and ground beef or rice and chicken, you know, you season it up right, and you know, you don't have to make the blandest food. You don't have to be these like bodybuilders that are eating like plain broiled or boiled chicken and white rice and no condiments or anything. You don't have to do that at all to be healthy. Bodybuilding lifestyle is not fucking healthy, for the most part. You know, being active, lifting some weights, walking around, being just in motion, that's healthy lifestyle, you know. Stretching it out, just being able to use your body properly without just hurting yourself anytime you try to exert yourself. That's healthy and awesome. You know, these crazy bodybuilder things are like the strongman dudes. Like, I like the strongman stuff, and it's cool. I really like the workouts for the functionality of them, but that shit's not healthy lifestyle, dude. They're like eating like 10,000 calories a day, and they just have all that pressure on their heart. All of them need like CPAPs and stuff like that to help breathing, just because they have so much muscle and just weighing down on their heart and chest and lungs, and that stuff's, you know, they're dedicated, and you gotta give it to them. They do awesome shit, and like, I'm a big fan, but that's not a fucking healthy lifestyle at all. You know, you gotta figure out what your goals are. If you're trying to put on weight and muscle like me, like I'm trying to do it in a pretty clean way so it's slow going. If you're doing it right, supposedly, you're only really gaining like a half pound to a pound a week. Ideally, without, you know, gaining more than that, you're kind of, they say, putting on more fat than muscle, and essentially that kind of isn't the best way to do it. There's always like the dirty bulk or whatever, where you just eat whatever you want, a bunch of it, get all the calories, but you get all fat, and then you got to turn to, you know, I guess like toned muscle, or then you gotta like trim it down or whatever, and it's just kind of a harder path, I think, than like just trying to do things right and, you know, establish those good habits instead of just binging on shitty stuff to just see the scale go up. Like, I want quality muscle mass and like quality strength to go up. I don't just want to be heavier, you know. I want to be about 190, but 190 that's not just, you know, a beer belly. So yeah, you know, just figure out your goals, whether you want to gain weight, whether you want to lose weight, and then start investigating. And hopefully some of the resources or directions I gave you were a little bit of help. I did a lot of that digging and didn't know which fucking way to go at all, and didn't know which advice to take out, if I should work out 6 days a week or do full body things 3 times a week, or what, or, you know, should I just be eating as many calories as I can, or should I, you know, find my maintenance and then only add like 200 calories a week and do it very scientific like, and there's different like ways to go about it. Like Jeff Nippard, is a good guy for like really kind of scientific working out by the books and studies and stuff like that. Steffi Cohen's like really awesome female bodybuilder, powerlifter, and she's great if you are looking for more of like a female person to get an idea from. Seth Ferosi, he's kind of an ass. He's like, a lot of these guys are kind of different, but you got to take that with, you know, a grain of salt. Like, me and Seth Ferosi definitely don't agree on things. He's kind of an asshole. He's very much one way. But you know, he does his thing, and I respect the shit out of him for it. And he's just like kind of a short, stocky, just total beast. Just used to, you know, very open about all the like the steroids and gear he used to take, and now he's like, you know, doing weight clean and has like these companies and stuff. But he's really cool for just, I don't know, kind of the opposite of the science-based stuff of just like the feeling it and just doing weird little things and changing weird little motions up just to hit weird different little spots, you know, and cover all the bases. And he's got some really cool strategies as well. I hope some of these resources are good for you if you're kind of lost and you don't know exactly what program to do. And from my searching through all the shit that is YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, fitness, or whatever, the people I've named, and maybe I'll try to figure out a link or something like that to him, or at least write it down in the description. But yeah, I hope something helped if, you know, you guys are looking for a direction and seem a little bit aimless or something like that, because I know that shit, it's just a crazy world out there. There's a bunch of bogus information out there. But once you start, I think if you looked at all these people I told you about here, if you watch all of them and really kind of pay attention, like the people who know what they're doing all kind of in a way say the same thing, if not in different ways, or maybe have different little techniques to go about it. Another smoothie for the books. Thanks for coming by, y'all. Till next time.